Morning, everybody.
Morning. Morning.
I'm David Beerman, and today I'm doing a presentation on security practices. I'll be starting with secure socket layers. Developed by Netscape, it's a protocol known as Transport Layer Security, which is TLS. HTTP, which is hypertext markup language, is replaced with the HTTPS, which is secure with a small padlock in your status bar at the bottom of your browser window. When you're accessing online your bank accounts and payments transfer services, it checks three things. Your certificate comes from a trusted party, your certificate is currently valid, and your certificate has a relationship with the site from which it's coming. Hashing algorithms, it's nearly impossible to derive the original input number without knowing the data used to create the hash value. For example, the input number 10,000, hashing algorithm input number 143 has a hash value of 1,430,000, which is a little bit, it wasn't good enough. So they came up with a 128-bit number, which has a possibility of 2 to the 128th power. That's 3-402-823-669-209-384-634-746-074-312 sets of 3 zeros. That's like finding one grain of sand in the Sahara Desert. So that's about as good as far as I know. In December of 2001, they came up with that encryption for the National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST. The other type is authentication, which is password and passcards from cards with magnetic stain, magnetic strip to cards with embedded computer chips. And second is digital signatures, which ensures emails, spreadsheets, text files are authentic. The digital signature standard, DSS, is based on the public key encryption used. Digital signature algorithms, DSA, consist of a private key known by the originator or the signer to a public key. Public key has 4 parts. P is the prime number between 512 and 1024 bits long. The second is Q dash 160-bit prime factor, B-1. The third is G equals H in parentheses P minus 1 times Q, where H is less than P minus 1 and G is modified Q is greater than 1. And the fourth is Y equals G times X modified P, a 160-bit number. If anything's changed in the document, after the digital signature is attached, it changes the value. Digital signature compares and renders the signature invalid. In biometrics, it uses physical authentication methods of fingerprint scans, retina scans, face scans, and voice IPs. DDoS is distributed denial of services. Malware is viruses, spyware, worms, and Trojan horses. In phishing, the email sender poses as a reputable service and misleads the customer into divulging personal confidential information for bank account numbers and credit card information. Now, the next demonstration will be one of you guys, Phil or Glenn, people that know me, leave my computer alone, don't let anything stay on secure, or be in trouble. So what do I need to do? Okay, using my firewall. That was just a wake up, sorry. The firewall is a protected boundary that receives messages from the software trying to hack out anybody, will not answer, so hackers won't even know the particular computer exists. It's a soft or hardware process that restricts access to computer and network from outside the source. Unauthorized users can't access the internet through the internet, and all messages go to receive through the intranet and have to pass through the firewall. They're scrutinized by the firewall, and those not adhering to security measures are blocked. Security software is anti-spyware, antivirus. For PCs, many users don't lock computers, like myself, when stepping away for a break, and this leaves others to tamper with the data. If you're using a router or gateway, Firewall SP2 version is recommended. It only stops inbound traffic, not outbound. And I've got the slide.
Every day, you hear about scammers, hackers, and thieves trying to use the internet to steal your money and your financial information. The fact is, you, me, we can foil many of their attempts. Every day, we do things to make it tough for bad guys to break into our homes and our cars. We can make it tougher for them to break into our computers, too. Here are some ways to foil a hacker and protect your financial information. Install security software on your computer. Well-known companies offer plenty of free options. Set the software to update automatically, so it can deal with any new security threats. While you're at it, set your operating system and web browser to update automatically too. If you're not sure how, use the help function and search for automatic updates. If you get a phone call, an email, a text, or a pop-up that says your computer has a virus or malware, don't buy the story or the security software they're selling. It could be a trick to get you to buy software that's worthless or even harmful. Treat your financial information like cash. It's a hot commodity. If someone asks for your financial information, say your social security, credit card, or bank account number, ask why they need it and how they're going to protect it. If you think you found a good deal online, but you aren't familiar with the company, dig a little deeper. A quick internet search with the name of the company and the word review or complaint can reveal a lot. Always look for a physical address and phone number too. That way you know who to contact if there's a problem. Don't provide your personal or financial information unless the website you're on is secure. If the URL doesn't start with HTTPS, don't enter your financial information. That S stands for secure. It means the information you're sending is encrypted and protected. Make your passwords count. They should be at least 10 characters and a mix of numbers, letters, and special characters. Don't use your name, birth date, or common words. Don't use the same password for several accounts, as tempting as that may be. If it's stolen, hackers can use it to access your other accounts. Keep your passwords in a secure place, and don't share them with anyone. Back up your computer files. For example, copy important files to an external hard drive on a regular basis. That way, if there's a problem with your computer, you won't lose everything. Life is online, whether you live it using a smartphone, a tablet, a laptop, or a desktop. It's a good time to make computer security a habit. Find out more at onguardonline.gov, the federal government site to help you be safe, secure, and responsible online.
And the home network security, your web browser, broadband connected to your PC should be behind the gateway router, even if only is one computer. Your software firewall uses wireless encryption, use spam filter and email programs, WEP and WPA. And your PC security should be between the PC and the router. It makes wireless network non-public, not foolproof, so you have to change your key every 3 to 4 months. Change your SSID, your wireless network name. PC Security's antivirus should be installed. The current window updates. Download and install automatically. Malware checking and removal. Use more secure email. The client, use more secure web browsers. The Outlook Express, Northern anti-spamware, built with a with the Thunderbird encryption, and I've got a short video on that.
Remember this, the enemy is hunger, not the hungry.
I'm Nixie Pixel, and you're one. Like me? You guessed it. Brought to you by HostGator. We don't often use the full capabilities of software, but Thunderbird is very customizable with the ability to add extensions and change its appearance.
I really hate setting up email, but with Thunderbird it's easy. It includes a mail account setup wizard that's really helpful in configuring email. Since it automatically tests standard mail server settings, you don't have to know every single detail. Thunderbird includes a robust tab-based search tool that lets you filter results by criteria such as the to, from field, subject, body, and specific email accounts or folders. Email is automatically indexed, so searches through thousands of messages is lightning fast.
It's also really secure with SSL support and other secure connections, as well as the capability of handling encryption and PGP signing.
It may feel like your email client is spying on you when Thunderbird does things such as suggest you may be missing a file attachment if you type attach in your message and don't upload the file. It also includes a powerful logging tool which records all activity on both your end and interactions between Thunderbird and your mail server. One of the most exciting things is about how customizable it is, with tens of millions of users choosing from hundreds of different add-ons, including popular ones such as AdBlock Plus and different skins to make your interface pretty. Thunderbird also includes a handy junk mail filter that learns from you as you identify spam and junk mail, and it automatically warns you about messages that appear to be scams or links that send you to hidden URLs. We know how much that sucks.
In some cases, we've been building tools that are specific to Linux for the desktop, and they only work on Linux. But I see two major projects that are wildly successful, Mozilla and OpenOffice, and these two programs are cross-platform. Unless you're using a company's standard email client like Lotus Notes or Outlook, I really can't see any downside to using Thunderbird for your email and news reading needs. This free and open source program does just about everything you want right on installation, and you can add a lot of extensions easily if you find that it's something that's lacking, such as full contact management utility and plugins to Prettify Thunderbird. I highly recommend it as an email and news reader. Try out Thunderbird here. It will make you a really hoopy prude. Thanks for watching OS Alt. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss next Friday's episode of All Things Open Source. It's time.
Okay. I'm open to any questions that you might have on security. I know I always have problems with it. Dean? Any questions?
No,
Okay.
no good.
The watchdog is to let you know, like myself, watch your computer all the time to make sure you don't make mistakes. Don't open attachments you're not expecting. Don't notify people that they sent you a virus, because it was most likely forged anyway. Do not use HTML, the hypertext markup language. Email can contain hidden hacking information. Be very cautious when clicking on web links in emails. No reputable company will ask for passwords or credit cards or any personal information by email. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Mozilla Thunderbird was developed by Mozilla Foundation. It was modeled after Mozilla Firefox on December 7th. The 2004 version 1.0 was released and received 1 million in 10 days. The sniffer attacks are application or device that can read, monitor, and capture network data, exchanges, and packets. If the packets aren't encrypted, the sniffer provides full view of data that's inside the packet. Even encapsulated or tunneled packets can be opened and read if not encrypted. Using this, an attacker can analyze the network, access information, eventually causing the network to stop responding or become corrupted. Read your private communications to prevent against attacks. Encapsulating, which is packing data and functions into a single component, is a language mechanism for restricting access to some of the objects, components. Internal protocol security, IPS, is encapsulating security payload, ESP protocol in IPsec provides data confidentiality by encrypting the payload of IP packets. Secure shell protocol is used to pass login information to remote computers and control that computer over another network. Transmissions are encrypted so they can't be intercepted by the hacker. Private versus public security. In summary, public internet protocol addresses are devices on the network visible to devices outside the network from the internet or another network. The private network devices outside the network can't see or communicate directly to them. So computers on the public network have both advantage and disadvantage by being completely visible on the internet. They have no boundaries between each other and the rest of the internet community. This can lead to a computer vulnerability, exploit attack, hacker attack, if the device on the public network are not properly secured. That is the end of my presentation.